Someone told me today that, you know, what was it? Well, all right, well, anyway, the idea of doing faces, making faces, you know, oh, sorry, you you make you make a you make a face in the collage, and uh, it's sort of childish in a way. I'm just in love with this idea. I mean, it's not like you can say it's like Chuck Close or whatever. I mean, portrait artists. I mean, they all do faces, but I mean, they do it with the brush. They're down with a brush. I can't draw a straight line. So therefore, like, to me, a face is just three dots in a triangle. Two eyes and a mouth. Basically, can be a face. You don't even need a nose or ears or a head. Just two eyes and a mouth. And so if you look at the collages, look for faces. That's what my friend told me to say. And yeah, so it becomes what? Find Waldo? Is that the extent of my artistic message? Is that as deep as it goes? No. Even without the faces, uh, even if you didn't see the faces, I hope you would judge the composition on, the shapes and colors and, motion that's implied, the balance, the asymmetry, tension and release, other types of motion, spinning, ascending, some of the themes like religious ritual, the media, the journey, a long journey with at the end an entrance to a secret world, the world underneath the surface, and above all, the two-sidedness of things, which plays out in a variety of different ways. On a physical level, um, is your pawn too overextended, or is it held back too much so that it's confined and clogging things up for you? Or is it somewhere in between? Is it a spectrum? Or is that even the right way to look at it? Those are opposites, overextended versus confined. Neither one are good. Which one is more common? You can debate on it. You can debate that. Hopefully, one day you could cross-reference that in the millions of Grandmaster games on the chess.com database. But I doubt that you could do it now. Back to the arts. So you don't have to find the faces. Just judge it on the composition. It's abstract. I'm not. The content isn't. I'm not really focused on the content. In a lot of cases, I'm not focused on what's in the text either. That's sometimes I just put the text in because I like the looks of just a block of prolix. It gives it the illusion of utility, of having a purpose. Which in my opinion, in some cases, makes it more appealing, more beautiful, more whatever. So I don't know. It seems like the jury's still out on my new phase of collages. Maybe it's just a part of the evolution, transitional. I keep saying I have to go simpler. But I may continue with these faces because it continues to fascinate me that you can just put three dots together in a triangle and you'll get a face. Even though I can't paint a straight line with the brush, I can still make a face and it will have a personality. Maybe not as multi-layered and nuanced as something painted by Rembrandt, but even just three dots in a triangle that you can connect and say, oh yeah, that's a face. It will have some sort of expression to it, some sort of uniqueness, as every face is unique. So that's what I find interesting, and especially making it out of inanimate objects, or even plants, just, anything inorganic, and bringing it to life. I think how an artist captures a face. I was just at this art fair and just saw an incredible painting of this. This guy sitting on the dock, and I honestly I thought it was real when I first looked at it. That really doesn't happen very often. Like I thought it was a real person. That's how good it was, and I'm in awe of that. So I don't pretend to. I don't pretend. That it took great talent with a brush or with a cursor or a mouse to create these things. It's just the idea itself. It's the idea itself. That's all. Okay. Here's my.